Dawn broke over Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, like any other Sunday morning in paradise. The United States Naval Base on the Hawaiian island of Oahu lay peaceful and unsuspecting, its waters sheltering the pride of America's Pacific Fleet. But in mere hours, this tranquil scene would transform into an inferno that would forever alter the course of history. At 7:48 in the morning, the first wave of Japanese aircraft descended from the clouds. The legendary A-6M Zero fighters, their distinctive silhouettes cutting through the morning sky, led the assault. These nimble aircraft, painted in their distinctive gray-green camouflage, represented the pinnacle of Japanese aviation technology. With a top speed of 331 miles per hour and a range of 1,940 kilometers, the Zero had no equal in maneuverability at the time. The attack came in precisely coordinated waves. 143 Zero fighters provided cover for 99 Kate bombers and 51 Val dive bombers. Their pilots, having trained relentlessly for months, executed their mission with deadly precision. The first torpedo struck the USS Oklahoma, and within moments, the harbor erupted into chaos. The American sailors, many still in their bunks or heading to breakfast, were caught completely off guard. Black smoke began to billow into the crystal-blue Hawaiian sky as bombs found their marks. The battleship USS Arizona, struck by an armor-piercing bomb that detonated in her forward magazine, erupted in a cataclysmic explosion that claimed 1,177 lives in an instant. The colorized footage from that fateful morning reveals the true horror of the attack in stark detail. The peaceful blues and greens of the tropical paradise transformed into angry reds and blacks as fires raged across the harbor. The pristine white uniforms of naval personnel became stained with oil and blood as they fought desperately to save their ships and their fellow sailors. Throughout the harbor, scenes of incredible heroism unfolded. Sailors dove into burning water to rescue their comrades. Others manned anti-aircraft guns, sending streams of tracers into the sky despite being vastly outnumbered. The Japanese Zero fighters, with their superior maneuverability, seemed to dance through the defensive fire, their 20mm cannons blazing. By 10 u's in the morning, the attack was over. In its wake lay devastation almost beyond comprehension. 21 United States ships were either sunk or damaged. 347 aircraft were destroyed or damaged. Most tragically, 2,403 Americans lost their lives, with another 1,178 wounded. The next day, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt stood before Congress. His voice, firm and resolute, delivered what would become one of the most famous speeches in American history. Yesterday, December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, he declared, asking Congress for a declaration of war against Imperial Japan. The United States, previously determined to stay out of World War II, was now thrust into the global conflict. Roosevelt's leadership in the aftermath of Pearl Harbor transformed American society. The nation's industrial might was rapidly converted to war production. Millions of Americans volunteered for military service, while others filled the factories producing the tools of war. The president's fireside chats united the country in purpose, turning initial shock and grief into determined resolve. The attack's impact extended far beyond the immediate military losses. Pearl Harbor shattered American isolationism and fundamentally altered the nation's role in global affairs. The United States emerged from World War II not just as a victor, but as a superpower, forever changing its position on the world stage. The Japanese Zero fighters that had seemed invincible over Pearl Harbor would eventually meet their match. As American industry ramped up production and new fighters like the P-51 Mustang entered service, the once dominant Zero's weaknesses became apparent. Its lightweight construction and lack of armor, which had given it such magnificent performance, proved fatal against more robust American aircraft. Today, the USS Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor stands as a solemn reminder of that Sunday morning in December 1941. Beneath its white arch, oil still seeps from the sunken battleship, creating rainbow-colored patterns on the harbor's surface. Tears of the Arizona, as they're often called. Each drop represents not just the lives lost that day, but the profound changes that rippled through American society and the world at large. The colorized footage of the attack, painstakingly restored, brings this pivotal moment in history to vivid life for new generations. The bright blue of the Hawaiian sky, the flash of orange explosions, the dark smoke against white naval uniforms. These images help us understand the human dimension of this historic event. They remind us that these were not just statistics or entries in history books, but real people caught in one of history's most dramatic turning points. President Roosevelt's leadership in the wake of the attack demonstrated how a nation could rise from devastation to become stronger than ever. His steady hand guided America through the initial shock and into its new role as a global power. His words, "With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph," proved prophetic. The attack on Pearl Harbor stands as a watershed moment that transformed not just American history, but world history. In just 2 hours, the world order shifted on its axis. The United States, awakened from its isolationist slumber, would never return to its pre-war stance. The 2,403 lives lost that December morning changed everything, leading to a new era in global politics and American leadership that continues to influence our world today. Their sacrifice, captured in those haunting colorized images, remains a powerful reminder of how a single morning can alter the course of history. The lessons of Pearl Harbor, about preparedness, about vigilance, and about the cost of freedom, continue to resonate more than 8 decades later, ensuring that we never forget the day that changed everything.